Hey guys and gals, so MB-EX-1 challenge mode. In this, the imprisonment devices, which I've been calling floodlights this whole time and probably will forever, they're facing the opposite directions to what they are in this map. That said, it's not going to make too big a difference between what I was doing before. Again, major enemy of the day is these elite pugilists. They are really going to hurt you. And I've run out of sanity, but that's all right. So, the major changes from my first video to this challenge mode video are I've increased my tank strength because without those mirrors where they are, the mirrors do tend to fall apart a lot quicker and you can't rely on the back two, which tend to stay alive. So I brought Quora as one particularly good tank, and I've brought along Gummy as a second tank, and I'm using skill 2 because I'm going to use her as an additional healer. Now, second to this, you can also see that I've upgraded my healers. So I've brought Gavial and Myrrh. Outside of that though, everything else is identical. Now, obviously you guys, if you've got better operators, certainly bring better operators. Steward's just there because he wants to be. He's not actually there for a reason, because I won't be using him in this. Outside of that though, everybody else is as is. Now, ideally, if you've got a couple of good casters, you can bring them into the mix, but it's probably not ideal. Now, if you were to do that, you would deploy them. So here, basically there where I'm facing them now, but for this, I'm using Cruz and Anakil, or one really good sniper and one not so good sniper. The really good one wants to be facing up, or it's identical if you're using casters. So you put your best caster facing up. So if you were using, say, Yafiela in this, you'd be using skill 2, not skill 3. The same thing with any caster, really. Armia, you can use skill 1 or 2, or Haze, you should use skill 2, I should say. Outside of that, next up is our Vanguards, who we are going to deploy in. And once again, another little change from my first video will be that I'm going to be deploying Melantha to assist my Vanguards with getting these kills done. So I'm putting Melantha in front of Vanilla because Vanilla is far squishier than Bang, and she's just going to be facing down. So after that, we're going to deploy our first healer. And as you see, I've got a little bit of leakage. That's not a drama, because Anakil will take that down very quickly. And that is the reason why I've got Melantha there, is essentially just to stop the leakage. It's fine if one lane leaks, but any more than one lane and it tends to get a bit hairy. So after that, we're going to deploy Catapult here, and the reason for that is so Catapult can assist on the back of Melantha. So it's a strategic placement based on Melantha's positioning and no other reason. So as you can see, the big issue here is that we have these archers who are outside the range of the floodlights, and well, you can't do anything about it. You've just got to deal with them doing what they do. So we're going to use Melantha's skill as soon as it's ready. And then we are going to deploy Lava. And now we're just going to keep a close eye on what's going on. So at the moment, we've got Melantha who's going down, pull her back. You want to put in your next healer, and we really want to try and keep these two vanguards alive, so I'm gonna pull back. Whoop, lost her. That's alright. So, Gummy in first, Cora in next, and that's pretty much it for the day. I'm gonna use Lava's skill and Catapult's skill to push through, and I'm just gonna wait this wave out now, so I'll just fast forward a little bit. Use a Nat Kill skill for this last wave, and this is the last wave, what you see here on the sides. You want to get as much damage on this elite pugilist as you can. Now, obviously, you can choose, but the more damage you can get on this elite pugilist is going to be the better, because you've got one down here that you won't be able to deal damage to. So he's going to come in on full health. You've got no floodlights to finish the job with. So it's just really a DPS race after this. The same goes with even the regular pugilist that we have down the bottom here. We really want him as dead as possible, if not dead. Now, the big compromise here is bringing casters versus archers, snipers. These guys in particular, the pugilists, are weak against arts damage, so yeah, whereas the other fodder units don't really have too much of a variation in deviancy between the two. But just on the basis of, say, Cruce or any other, most, I should say, snipers, they tend to do more damage to them than arts dealers. So the great compromise is that you either bring snipers and get more damage done on the little fodder units, or you bring a caster and do more damage to the pugilists. How you guys wish to balance that is entirely on you guys at home watching. So once this bottom lane takes off home, we are going to pull out that one, and we are just going to wait. So right now we have the first wave coming through, not going to be a huge issue. So as you see, we start taking big damage. So the last one has just gone home. Cruce has used her skills, so now we are going to start using our tank skills. So Gummy needs a warm up with her second skill. She needs 10 seconds, so we're using it right now. Cora needs help, so we're going to use her skill, and away we go. Now we've got these two snipers up the back, so I am just going to drop in a couple of units to grab them. So off Gummy goes. Gummy's good. Everything is fine at the moment. Everything looks great. Cora's taking damage beautifully. I'm not concerned about that. They're just to block the snipers. And now we're just going to use skills as we can. And as you see, that's it. Nice and simple. Now, I did have to go up to 4 stars because I found that the 3 stars didn't really have the health or defense to sort of sit there and just tank. But yeah, the rest of it's very simple 3 stars, and obviously the higher star operators you bring, the easier it gets. So yeah, for you guys at home, like, subscribe if it helped you, and please check out my Twitch as well. See you for the next one, guys.